What's up, guys? So, in case you haven't been paying attention, Evolution, the world's largest fighting game tournament, is this weekend, August 3rd through 5th. Starts on Friday, and I'm leaving there tomorrow, Thursday. So this will probably be my last video until I get back on Tuesday. So, I thought what I would do is a bit of a spectator's guide to EVO, where I'm going to talk about where and when you can watch all the exciting tournaments that are going to be happening, what to expect, and maybe some players to look out for. So the way that this is broken up is each one of these is going to be a different day. These columns are obviously the time, and then these rows are the stream that you can watch it on. So this is basically the end of the URL, so it'll be twitch.tv/evo, twitch.tv/evo1 for this row, evo2, evo3, etc. And then the bottom one is twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters. That's where all the Street Fighter V will be. So the first day is mostly just pools. In case you don't know how it works, there's like 100 different pools of 24 people each. And then the top 3 from each of those pools makes it to the second round pool. They basically get out of their pools, and then everyone kind of gets jumbled up, and they make it to second round pools. Then the top 64 from second round pools make it to top 8, which is called the finals. And then from top 8, we find out who the winner is. So day 1 is pretty much just pools for most of the games. So Dragon Ball FighterZ pools is happening all day long. I'm actually playing at 10 a.m. on Friday. I probably won't be on stream, but just in case I am on stream, that'll be when it's going to be happening. Another thing you might want to watch is the jump off. So the jump off is kind of like a sports center style thing where they have the commentators on there, and they're basically discussing things that have happened so far in the tournament. They're showing and commenting on highlights, and they're covering, like, have there been any big upsets so far, what's been happening in the tournament. So if you miss anything and you want to catch up, the jump off is generally a good way to do that. Or if you're a newer player and you kind of want some context for what's happening at the tournament, that's a pretty good way to do it. Also on Friday, we're getting a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Exhibition Tournament at 6. If you're interested in that game, you'll definitely want to tune into that. And then a Soul Calibur 6 Exhibition at 8. And by the way, all these times are in Pacific time, in case you didn't read this here at the top, because this takes place in Las Vegas, which is on US Pacific time. So other stuff that's happening on Friday, the EVO featured side events, there's going to be a bunch of those. So these are games that did not make it as official EVO games, but they're being run as side tournaments, and they have like a special stage where basically those tournaments are run. So there's stuff like King of Fighters is one of those, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Rivals of Aether. There's a bunch of those, so if you're interested in any of those games, you're going to want to be watching Evo 7, twitch.tv/Evo 7. So that's about it for Friday. Let's go to Saturday real quick. Saturday morning, the jump off is pretty much going to be catching up on everything that happened on Friday. So if you can't watch on Friday, you might want to check this out in the morning. Injustice 2, Blaze Blue Tag Battle, and Smash for Wii U are having their top 8s at noon, 4 p.m., and 8 p.m. respectively. So if you're interested in those games, make sure to check those out. More Dragon Ball FighterZ all day. So, like I said, the people who make it out of first round pools, this is where they play second round pools to whittle it down to top 64, and this is where it gets whittled down from 64 into 8. So this is where the real high-level play is going to be coming out. There's going to be a lot of top players. There's going to be upsets. Good players are going to start to get eliminated here, so make sure to check that out. It's going to be pretty sick. And so that's about it for Saturday. There's going to be pool play and semifinals for all these other games as well. So if you like those games, make sure to check them out. And then Sunday is only top 8 finals for these last 5 games here. Guilty Gear, Smash Melee, Tekken 7, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Street Fighter V in that order. So make sure to check those out. The top 8s are always so crazy at EVO. They're in this giant arena in the Mandalay Bay where they have like boxing fights and stuff, so that's going to be really awesome. Make sure to check that out. So now that we've covered when and where to watch, I'm going to talk about some stuff that you're going to want to look out for, some players, specifically for Dragon Ball FighterZ. So here is the seeding for the tournament. So basically these are the players who have put up really strong tournament results before, and they're seeded, and basically anyone who is this high up on the list, they're all going to be put into different pools. So that way we don't have Sonic Fox and Goichi fighting early in the tournament. Like that way it's more likely that the best players are going to make it to the end. So we're just going to run through and talk about some of the players here. Obviously these first 3, pretty much everyone knows: Sonic Fox, Go1 or Goichi, and then Dogura. These guys are probably the safest bets for winning the tournament, or at least getting really close. They're pretty much the best players we have. Sonic Fox from America, and Goichi and Dogura from Japan, obviously. But let's move down the list a little bit. So we've got Fen Ricci. He was in Summit of Power, and he did well. He plays Bardock, Vegeta, Cell, obviously an extremely good team. So he's one of the best players. You're going to want to look out for him. Hookgang God, everybody knows by now. Best Piccolo player, pretty much. Very, very scary player. I would not be surprised to see him making top 3. You're definitely going to want to look out for him. Probably the second best American player behind Sonic Fox, but he's very, very close to being the best. Kazunoko, obviously I got to give love to Kazunoko for making everyone finally realize how overpowered Yamcha is. I swear, that character is the truth. So he won a major not that long ago. What was it, CEO? He won with Yamcha, so I'm really glad that he did that well, and I would not be surprised if he repeats that result again today, but we'll have to see. Apology Man, in my opinion, one of the more underrated players. He plays Piccolo and Tien. And he's really, really amazingly good. He has gotten top 3 at EVO before for Marvel vs. Capcom, and he's obviously a really great player. So I would not be surprised to see a big upset from him where maybe he makes a surprise top 3. He's an amazing player, and he's American as well, so I'm hoping that he'll do well. We've also got DeKill Sage. I believe he's most known for Skullgirls. That was kind of the first game that he was putting up major tournament results in. But he's generally considered the best Android 16 right now. He's really, really good with that character. And he's on the same team as Sonic Fox. They're both Echo Fox. So anyway, he's a really great player. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes top 8 as well. Moving down the list a little bit, we got Chris G, former EVO champion for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. He's put up pretty good results in Dragon Ball FighterZ, but not like anything super crazy so far, but I wouldn't be surprised if that changes. He's got some of the best fundamentals in the business. In my opinion, Chris G has the best defense of any American player, for sure. When he is really playing his best, he just blocks everything. He's incredibly good at defense. And I believe right now he's playing Bardock, Vegeta, Tien, which is a pretty good team. So I would not be surprised to see him doing really well as well. I would say these 3 are pretty much my underdog picks. Apology Man, DeKill Sage, Chris G. I would say if I think any unexpected player is going to win EVO, it's going to be one of these 3. But we'll have to see. That's my that's me calling the shot right there. I think these 3 you're going to want to look out for big time. We've also got Reynald. Where's Reynald at? Right here, another former EVO champ. He actually won EVO in King of Fighters. Seems like ancient history at this point. It was in like 2013 he won EVO for King of Fighters. Really, really good player. He plays Cell, Android 16, Gotenks. I think it's appropriate because in King of Fighters, he was pretty well known for his Clark play, who's kind of a very disrespectful grappler character. He loves the command throws, so I think Android 16 is a good fit, and maybe we'll get to see a repeat of some of his best moments with Clark in Dragon Ball FighterZ. Beyond Toxin down here, he's mostly known for being a NRS player. He's made a bunch of top 8s for Injustice and Mortal Kombat, but in Dragon Ball FighterZ, he plays Vegito, I believe, is his current main. He used to play Android 18, but I'm pretty sure he dropped Android 18 for Vegito, but I could be wrong. We'll have to see which one of those characters he pulls out at EVO. Either way, it should be entertaining, and he's obviously a really good player. Put in some top 8s before, so I'm excited to see how well he does. Breaker Dave is actually in my pool, which is a little bit scary. I might have to end up fighting him, depending on how well I do. He plays Fat Boo, Kid Gohan, and Vegeta, which is kind of an unconventional team. But he actually won Wednesday Night Fights last week, which, in case you don't know, that's the weekly local in Southern California. And it's really, really hard to win that tournament, guys. A lot of top players go to that every single week, so it's really, really hard to win, but he managed to win. And he came from losers, which means he had to win 2 sets in Grand Finals to win, and he did it. So obviously a really amazing player, plays an unconventional team, but he does it really, really well. So we'll have to see if I end up fighting him. That would be pretty scary. And we'll also have to see if he ends up making top 8. I wouldn't be that surprised. Also up here, we've got Koji Cog. He is a Japanese player. I think he's most well known for his Street Fighter 4 play. He played T-Hawk, who was kind of an underplayed character. Not a lot of people like T-Hawk, but he put in a lot of results with T-Hawk. He got top 8 at several majors. And now in Dragon Ball FighterZ, he plays Hit, Bardock, Android 16, I believe is his team. He plays at the Japanese Dragon Ball FighterZ weeklies called the Cyclops weeklies. That's also where Goichi and Dogora play. And he's made grand finals a bunch of times. He can definitely hang with those guys. He is almost as good, and sometimes he seems even better than those guys, depending on how well he's playing. So look out for Koji Cog. Don't sleep on him. But that's pretty much it for all the players that I think that you should keep an eye on. I think I covered most of the ones that I at least know about. So like I mentioned, the way it works is here's all the brackets for the different pools. So there's over 100 of these pools. Each one has 24 different people. And then what happens is you go into round 2. So all the people from the different pools get shuffled around and fight each other. And then to semifinals, which is top 64. It's just a little bracket. And then finally finals. So I'm really excited to see who gets top 8. I'm really excited to watch top 8. Make sure you watch it, guys. In case you forgot, it's going to be 4 p.m. on Sunday is going to be the top 8 for Dragon Ball FighterZ. So make sure to check it out. If you've never watched EVO before, it's a really great experience. I think it's one of the best spectator experiences you can have as a fighting game fan. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's going to be on Twitch all weekend long, so make sure you don't miss it, guys. I hope you found this video informative and entertaining. Wish me luck at EVO, guys. Like I said, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm hoping to make it out of my pool. That's my goal. Last tournament I played at was Combo Breaker, which I beat one person and I lost to 2, which was not that good. I was hoping to do a lot better than that. To make it out of your pool, generally you have to win between 4 and 6 matches, depending on whether you go to loser's bracket early. So I'm hoping that that happens and I made it out. I actually made it out of my pool in Tekken last year, and that was the most satisfying experience of my life, so hopefully I'll be able to repeat that in Dragon Ball FighterZ this year. So anyway, wish me luck, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you click the links up there to watch more videos, to become a subscriber, or to help support me on Patreon. That's going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.